Children, have you ever felt small in front of others' gaze? A new story is coming. It is called Miro's Mirror. Miro's Mirror about shame. Autumn had settled over the village with slow and patient steps. The air smelled of dry leaves and damp wood, and in Grandfather Miron's orchard, only the soft rustling of old apple trees could be heard as they dropped their ripe fruit one by one. Anna, Luca, and Mara were helping their grandfather collect the fallen apples into wicker baskets. Each had found their own corner of the orchard. Anna was singing softly, Luca was whistling, and Mara was arranging the apples by color, red with red, yellow with yellow. Grandfather Miron, leaning on his walking stick, watched them with quiet satisfaction. "Pick them gently, my dear ones," he said. "Apples are never in a hurry. They fall only when they are ready." The sun looked like a pale coin slipping through the clouds. Suddenly a sharp noise broke the silence. Luca, trying to reach a large apple from the highest branch, lost his balance and knocked over Anna's basket. Everything spilled onto the grass: split apples, broken stems, damp earth, and leaves. Anna stepped back angrily. "Luca, you're never careful. Look what you've done." Luca froze. His face turned red, his eyes grew shiny, and a heavy silence clung to his lips. He wanted to run away, but his feet were rooted to the ground like the apple trees themselves. Grandfather Miron slowly walked over, with the calm that seemed to melt every storm. "Easy, children. I understand Anna's anger. But what you feel, Luca, is something different. I feel small and stupid," the boy murmured. "Someone who makes a mistake is not stupid," the grandfather said, sitting beside him. "Only the one who refuses to learn. What you are feeling is called shame." Anna grew quiet, holding the basket close to her chest. The leaves moved softly in the wind, like ears listening. "Shame," said Myron, "is like fog. It makes you stop seeing yourself clearly. But if you stay inside it for a while and look at yourself with kindness, it slowly dissolves." Then the grandfather took a small round mirror from his pocket, framed in carved wood. "This is Miro's mirror," he said mysteriously. "It once belonged to an old carpenter who said that you can see yourself in it only when you forgive yourself." Luca took it hesitantly, as if it were alive. "Look into it, my boy, and tell me what you see." "Myself, but I don't like looking." "That is how shame feels," the grandfather smiled. "It turns your gaze away, but if you look at it without fear, it disappears." The grandfather called Anna closer. "Tell your brother what you see in him, but not with your mouth, with your heart." Anna looked into the mirror for a long moment, then spoke softly. "I see a good boy, who sometimes is just in too much of a hurry." Luca smiled shyly. A drop of light from the mirror trembled on his cheek like a tear. "Just like that," Miron said. "Shame is healed through the gaze of another, when that gaze is pure." By the afternoon the fog had cleared. Under the old pear tree, the yellow leaves whispered softly, and warm light rested on the wooden bench. The grandfather called them over. Today we will play a game called Yet I Am a Good Person. The children sat in a circle on the soft earth. Anna began. I felt ashamed when I laughed at Mara because she was crying, and yet I am a good person. Mara spoke quietly. I felt ashamed because I didn't tell my mother the truth, and yet I am a good person. Luca looked at the mirror and said, I felt ashamed because I made a mistake today, and yet I am a good person. Grandfather Myron watched them with shining eyes. That is how the light appears, my children, not through perfection, but through sincerity. That evening in the small room, Miro's mirror hung on the wall. The flame of the lamp reflected in it, making it look like a living heart beating softly. Luca stepped closer, looked at himself, and whispered, Maybe I'm not perfect, but I'm okay as I am. From the doorway, the grandfather heard him and smiled. Whoever learns to forgive himself no longer needs masks in this world. Then he gently closed the door, so as not to disturb the peace that had settled in the room. Outside, the autumn leaves rolled along the road like forgotten apples. The lesson of the emotion. Shame disappears when it is looked at with kindness. It is not a wall, but a window that opens toward courage and self-love. Good night, little dreamers. After such a beautiful story, now it's time to close your eyes, but not your heart. Shh. Listen to the silence as it gently settles in. The moon is there, watching over your dreams. Breathe softly. Inhale, exhale, like a delicate whisper among the stars. Your heart beats calmly. Today's adventures are drifting off to sleep, like books closing gently. Now your bed is a little boat. It carries you across a sea of fluffy clouds, where dreams are waiting for you with a smile. If a special dream comes to you tonight, hold it close. It came just for you. And remember, you are loved. You are safe. You are precious. Good night, little hero. Good night, little star. Tomorrow the sun will rise again, and you will shine even brighter. Sweet dreams.